everybody, it's Amanda here, and I'm sitting in the greenhouse. Still have some blooms behind me. Like you can see, it's a day after Valentine's. It's February 15th, and I still have blooms. I like having blooms after Valentine's Day. My goal is not to get rid of everything at Valentine's Day because I do like to keep carrying flowers into the spring months. March is just that time where I, for some reason, get all kinds of calls, baby showers, bridal showers, you know, banquets, stuff with like local community groups. Everyone is always asking for local flowers in March. It may not be heaps of requests like summer or spring or Mother's Day, but it is usually some requests, and it's always nice to not have to outsource those flowers from someone else. So if I can provide local year-round, that is my goal. Last year, 2025, was the first year I was able to have my local flowers growing every single month of the year, and it was amazing. I had guys calling me in January. They wanted flowers, and it was like, yes, I have them. It was so exciting. So I just wanted to do a recap on Valentine's Day. Everything worked out perfectly. I was nervous for a little bit because we've had such extreme temperatures this year. We've been in the single digits, negative digits for the past few weeks. There is heavy snow cover on the ground, and it's not just snow, it's also ice on top of that. So the conditions of walking and hauling buckets to the cooler and, you know, traveling and delivering buckets, that's all been an extra challenge this season. We also had an issue where everything was trying to bud up when it was about yay big. And I believe it's because it is just so sunny this year. Today's overcast and it still feels bright in here. The sun was extremely bright, which also opens up the greenhouse and makes it a lot hotter. But it wasn't just the temps, it was the sun and that brightness making those tulips shorter because they had enough light. If they don't need to reach for light, they're not going to stretch out. So they were wanting to come in short, and it was my varieties that are normally a shorter variety anyway. The stuff that's normally super tall was like just the perfect height this year. So what I did was, you can see I've got some benches here that I sit my crates on. I put the shorter stuff underneath the benches. I actually had some landscape fabric that I was covering some in darkness to try and get them to stretch, but also just use the shade of being underneath the benches. And that really helped stuff, one, stretch out, and two, slowed them down from blooming. So it helped me kind of calculate onto Valentine's Day a little bit better. And I'm so glad I did that, because I was able to, you know, stuff that would have bloomed a little bit earlier, I was able to hold it kind of like in a suspended state, and then I pulled it up onto the table into the sun and the heat right before Valentine's Day, and stuff bloomed perfectly for Valentine's Day. Some stuff is pretty open right now, as you see, and I don't like to give people open tulips. I make sure everything is cut and tight. It's just coloring up because I want them to open on your table. So everything just kind of hit at that perfect time this year, but it wasn't because I didn't have to do anything. I didn't just plant these, throw them into the greenhouse, and let it ride. I was very hands-on this year. I've been doing this since 2021. This was my most hands-on manipulated year yet. So, you know, Mother Nature, even if you're in a greenhouse, is always going to throw you a wild card. So I just want to say that I absolutely love winter growing. It just brings me so much joy to see people be able to get local flowers for their loved ones, and the responses I get saying, you know, these are the most beautiful flowers they've ever seen. No one has flowers like these. It makes me feel so good to know that people in my community want to support that, but it also makes me feel good knowing that these flowers didn't travel in from another country. There are 0 chemicals on these flowers. I used nothing but water. You know, there's no bugs because this time of year, that's not an issue, which is nice. And just bringing people the most purest form of Mother Nature in their homes in the dead of winter when it's cold is just the most amazing feeling. So I just wanted to say thank you everyone for supporting me this season. I hope this is something we can do every year, and I can bring you new colors and fun varieties, and we can always have fun with it. And I think we're just going to keep looking forward to the spring and more stuff we have to come. We still have plenty of tulips. I grew a lot more this year. Sales were up this year, but I do still have extra. I like that. I like not having the anxiety of, oh, I might sell out, I might not have enough for people. So it was nice to know I had plenty. I could take late orders. It's Valentine's Day, so you know how guys are. They want to send you an order 5 hours before they need to pick it up. Some were even a half hour before they wanted to pick it up, which is fine. I'm so happy I was able to get everyone their flowers this year. So like I said, we still have flowers, and we've got pinks and whites really heavy right now. They're beautiful. They've got spring vibes. So if you just want something, if you just want to treat yourself, if you're doing Galentine's today or Galentine's this week, or you know, if somebody has a birthday coming up, or you just want to make somebody happy, let me know. We are Royal Grove Botanicals on Instagram. You can look us up, and this is my personal YouTube channel with my husband. He is traditionally a dairy farmer. We got into farming together when we started dating. I wasn't from a farm, but I just, you know, fell in love with it, always wanted to be a part of it, majored in it in college, and we just realized we both love agriculture so much. So we enjoy doing this together. We're bringing up our little girl around this, and we are just so happy that we can bring the community local products. So thank you again, and if you ever have questions about what we're doing here, definitely reach out, leave us a comment, send us an Instagram message, and let us know. Thanks, guys.